I'm ready. Sit back. So, Hi, my name is Candace. I'm co-owner of All Grade Out LLC.
Hi, my name is Zay, and I'm also co-owner of All Grade Out LLC.
And we've been posting on social media for quite a while now. What, about over a year now?
Yep, going around too.
Yeah, we have Instagram, we have
YouTube.
we have TikTok, we have Facebook. Everything is listed as All Grade Out, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's all, and then it's grade, GREY apostrophe D, out. But we're just here to just give you the ins and out of our experience of becoming a clothing brand owner. Of course, the market is appear to be oversaturated, but with us and the type of designs we do, our southern flair on it, of course, as you can tell, we're like southern, country, as a lot of people would say it, but it is what it is. I love being country. I love the country. But it's not easy being that we're introverts, both of us. We're both introverts. It's other parts of the team. It's my husband, who is her dad. And then we have her two brothers, my two sons. That's part of the team that, have an input on. We have different roles, which makes it great as a teamwork, but it hasn't been easy as, we would have thought compared, looking at other brands.
They fooled us.
Well,
They fooled us. They fooled everybody. Let's be honest.
I wouldn't say they fooled us because, that maybe not have been their intentions, a lot of them, but
Okay.
what I'm saying is may not have been their intentions to, I don't know. But, with my age, not to reveal it, but, I take things like a grain of salt, But I also had to quickly learn that what I was seeing was not true. Most people that post things, they're trying to make their money off views. And that's basically what a lot of business is about. And me, I believe in being authentic. If you're not going to genuinely help somebody, I feel like you shouldn't do it at all. Mm-hmm. Do not manipulate the system just to,
just to make money off
just to make money off. I get people need money. Don't get me wrong, but all money is not good money. If you can't be yourself, you know what? I take that back. Maybe those people are being themselves. Maybe that's their character, so that's why they did it. But we're not here to talk about other people's characters. We're talking about our experience, what we learned as trying to start our clothing brand, All Grade Out LLC. It hasn't been easy. We started off good, especially on TikTok. We started off good, and then it's like it quickly became to a halt with TikTok and the views and things. But we didn't know what to expect anyway. 2 views. Once you get traction, 2 views is good for me. Because people watching. I've seen some people that got 0 views. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And yes, at the time we was, helping ourselves outgrow. If you don't like your own stuff, then who gonna like it? You know what I
mean?
Yeah. And we started out with basic designs, what we thought, but as we went up period of time, which we was hoping for fast growth, but which now we're blessed to know that fast growth is not always the best growth. You know what I mean? You don't want to lose your genuineness. You want to stay authentic to who you are. You don't want to get mixed up in looking like all the other brands. Right?
Right. That's what happens when you grow fast, because you get all them orders in and stuff, and then you gotta figure out what's your next product gonna be. You can't, and with all them orders coming in, if I'm correct, with all them orders coming in, and you trying to think of a new design, you're looking at the market, you be like, maybe I could just tweak this design that somebody else got, put it on my market if I'm correct.
Yeah.
At least that's how I see it. I don't know.
Yeah. And see, what our brand represents, which I'm pretty sure a lot of other brands represent the same thing, but our designs speak for what we represent. Our brand represents as far as, we're striving to be different, where we want you to stand out and not blend in with the crowd. We want you to be different. And when we first come up with the All Grayed Out brand, forgive me because I can't even remember how we even considered even starting a clothing brand. All I know, pandemic started and we started doing masks. I bought a heat press from Heat Press Nation for like $359, and I started for the family. I started making masks, and then I started making T-shirts for community events. And then what else? Basically, we was doing like orders for families, and then eventually we started doing like a couple, custom orders for other people outside of family that was some, related, well, not related, but somebody in relation to family members that knew we was, doing it. But it wasn't a clothing brand at the time. It was just something we signed up for Etsy and started, dipping and dabbing into the little thing. So, but eventually evolved into us starting a clothing brand, which I don't even know when we started. All I remember is we like sitting down. I went trying to go through names and we tried to figure out what kind of name we was gonna do. But I mean, it took us a minute to come up with a name. Mm-hmm. And the thing about it is, we didn't. Did you envision it going this far? Because, I mean, she really wasn't on board at first. She would draw. And a lot of our designs, she draw our designs and come up with our designs. Her dad and I will think of the idea and she'll draw it and put it together for us. And, we'll all communicate and, make it a final product. But we want to stay true to the Southern, what represents the South. We don't have much that represents the South. And, we like wearing, like, one of our main shirts is the Dirt Road Country Boy shirt,
Wasn't that one of our very first designs?
That was one. Yeah, that was one of our very first designs that we created, Dirt Road Country Boy. Mm-hmm. Also, Weirdo was one of our first designs. A lot of stuff that was one of our first designs not up there anymore. Like Belly Friend, which is, I don't know if it's represented in the Northwest or whatever, but in like the South where we live at, when we was growing up, Belly Friend was the thing where that tell you don't be a belly friend, mm-hmm. Where you're hanging around and
Where you take advantage of
the person, you just hang around, to get what you want. Yeah. Your belly friend, and it mainly related to like little babies, little kids, hanging around adults. They be eating some or drinking some and they want some. It's all fun and, whatever. Yeah. But, I mean, and we want to stay with the Southern thing, but we also want to be different. Yeah. Well, we want also to have a brand that represents no judgment, where you can, a person, no matter what size they are, what color they are, no matter what religion they are, no matter what, it's all about fun where you can enjoy being who you are, you know what I mean? And just put on what you want to put on without people judging you and you feel good about yourself. You can be different. You don't have to be like everybody. Me, I grew up, I never want to be like everybody else. I always want to be different. And if I had to have the same item that somebody else had, I guarantee you it had to be a different color. Yeah. If, I didn't want the same colors everybody had. That's just me. But what about you?
Oh, I never liked wearing the same thing as other people. Maybe not want to wear it.
Well,
I mean, even though that's
real big on that, yeah.
Even though that's a bad thing, like even though somebody else got it, that shouldn't stop me from getting something I really want. I'm trying to get out of it, but it's hard.
Yeah. I mean, I know we're all over the place too, but it's just, I mean, this video, I mean, I know we said it's about the ins and out of starting our clothing brand, but it's just basically getting to know us. I mean, when you put a name face to a brand's, you get to know who the person is. And to me, I mean, I'm a person that loves to help other people. And once our brand grow to the extent where we can help other people, that's what we will be doing. That's my goal. I mean, you grow and you help others. You don't, I mean, I never see why people will make millions and billions of dollars and don't see where they should be not be able to help their brothers and sisters that's in need, or their brothers and sisters who are poor. You should always want to help somebody else. You know what I mean? Yeah. Everybody don't have the same dreams and goals, so you won't help everybody the same. But your mission should be to help others. But of course, as y'all can tell, if y'all ever come across our social medias, we're represented by Jesus Christ, and through Jesus, is the reason why we're able to even have the things we have and be here, and be grateful for what we have, So, I mean, if you're not, a Jesus fan or whatever, I ask you to get to know him, but I'm not going to force it. But, I mean, this is who we are, and we're going to represent Jesus, But,
amen.
She's so silly. But, starting from scratch, not having a social media background, like no type of following whatsoever. It was hard. It is hard because we really haven't grown. We lost more people than we have grown. When I used to do YouTube years ago, they would follow you, unfollow you when you follow them. And then, I'm like, okay, with a star now, I didn't think people would still do things like that, which, I mean, it's fine with me. I just don't believe in unfollowing people once I follow them,
Mm-hmm.
If I do not like your content, I'm not going to follow you. I'll give you a like. If I like that specific content, I'm going to give you a like. If I want to leave a comment, I'll leave a comment.
Right.
I'm willing to support people who, I don't mind supporting people. Because, I mean, everybody's out here trying to make a living. And that's one thing I don't mind, helping somebody that's really trying to grow. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But it's hard when you have no social media followings and, and you're an introvert. You really don't have a lot of family and friends. Plus, another downside is living in a very small town, you don't have much to work with. So you starting from scratch. So you get to really have to be creative, and like figure out how to reach people, without spending too much money, because ads add up, which we haven't tried yet. We was trying to do everything from scratch.
Mm-hmm. I feel like having starting with no following is kind of like climbing up a ladder with sandbags on your legs.
It is, seriously.
That's a good representation.
I done had some rough times. I'm like, but it's not bad where I want to give up, because to be honest, doing this clothing brand, it's a passion of mine, and I get excited when we get like 2 views, 10 views, I'm like, at least we got some views, you know what I mean? Yeah. Eventually it'll grow. And I'm the type of person, like, I am a motivator. I like to motivate people. I'm like, okay, just keep going. It's going to happen. But, that's just me. I've learned to see the positive side of things. I mean, she's a big motivator, too. She is. I mean, we don't want to... Yeah, you're a very big motivator. But, also, we want to talk about... the quality, what another thing for us starting a clothing brand. I mean, I know this all over the place, which is the ins and the truth behind, starting a clothing brand, just starting anything, do your research. I mean, yeah, people out there, And it's a lot of videos out there pertaining to whatever you want to do, but you have to take it with caution. Take what tools that they provide and use it as needed, but do not take it solely as a purpose of using that to specifically run whatever you're trying to do and come up off of. Do your own research. Always do your own research, and you learn more, and you appreciate whatever you're doing more because you put a lot behind whatever you're doing, Mm-hmm. And another thing is, far as with the clothing brand, we had to learn, like, we've been through many shirts. We tried Comfort Colors. We tried Sixler. We tried Bella Canvas. We tried some other brands that when we first started out, you remember? Lane 7. We tried Lane 7. We tried some other brands from Jiffy. We tried some other brands from clothing shop online. Most of the stuff was before we received our resale certificate, exempt certificate, where we can actually do wholesale, which we still use clothing shop online. A lot of times when we quickly need some, because they're quick about getting things out. But I've learned through the process, you have to, depending on what you want your brand to represent and the type of people we are, we want quality. We want quality. We don't want to start out, okay, we just push this out and then, and go with the flow and, we'll get better as time. No, we want to provide the best quality. I mean, yeah, of course, we may not be providing the best quality because as you go over the years, you learn this better product out. But at the given time, based off our research, we're going to do the best research we can, and we're going to try to provide the best quality stuff. That's even like doing inventory of our shirts and looking at the quality of our shirts, looking at the threads on our shirt. If our thread don't look good, or if our shirt have a stain on it can't be used. It can't be used. I have a certain way I want the sleeves of the shirts to look. I don't want thin sleeves. I want thicker band sleeve. What is it?
Oh, no, you said it.
Oh, bands. Yeah. Thicker band sleeve shirts. It's certain things we sit down and we just genuinely look at the quality of our product. It's just like even with the transfers. Yeah, we do some vinyl ourselves. We went through different types of vinyls. We never use Walmart vinyl, but we tried different vinyls, and we finally found a vinyl that just feels really great, that we don't mind using on our product. Also, transfers. We realized, trying different brand transfers, there's a big difference out there, and you want to make sure you're putting the best quality on your shirt and that it lasts. Excuse me. I've been talking too much.
Yeah. But like, adding on to what she said, you never want to stamp on quality at the end of the day.
Yes, I mean, if you're not going to wear it, some people will wear what they produce, but me, I want the customers to receive the best quality. Because we want you to return. Mm-hmm. We want you to be happy. And we want your product to last. I mean, whether we charging $30 for a shirt or whether we charging $10 for a shirt, we still want it to last. Mm-hmm. Of course, with prices, it's hard to find, as a small business, it's hard to get shirts that would at a reasonable price, and people be like, and that's why I feel like a lot of people should not show full details of what a clothing brand, because if you're not going to do it like detail and let the people know, the consumers know, or the buyers know exactly what something, see the full process of how much this costs, how much time it takes to do this, how much this transfer costs, and different transfer sizes, it varies in prices. Mm-hmm. And so you can't, and as you have to realize, a bigger corporation or a bigger business have better advantage over smaller business. So their stuff they can get at a bulk price.
Right. Oh, I'm just co-signing.
Oh, okay. I mean, they get them at a better price, and small business, most small business can't offer that stuff at that price. Yeah. I mean, I like what I like. I don't discriminate between buying from a big business and buying from a small business. Now, if you're, how you say it,
what are we regarding?
As far as character of a business, if your business doesn't have display a great character, far as who you are, far as what you represented as, I'm not buying from you. I'm gonna try to stay away from it, but then I also stay away from the news also. So I be behind on a lot of things, but I do a lot of research for our business so we can stay up to date on fashion and things, whatever, right?
Right. At least I try to stay hooked on fashion, but it's a rolling ball for me.
Yeah, but all in all, quality is a big part, and I feel like from the start you should, pay attention to the quality of what your business or your brand is offering, whether it's advice or whether it's material, whatever it may be. Pay attention to quality, because money is, for one, is hard to come by, and people don't want to spend their hard-earned money, and they're not receiving quality. They receive the merchandise or the advice or whatever in the subpar. Come on now. Come on, that's not fair.
Not fair at all.
But I mean, I wish people would be more honest when they're on social media, offering advice and not just doing it for the views, and just being true to themselves, being authentic. I feel like when you're authentic, then
I feel like you attract more people that way if you're being authentic. Well, didn't we say that earlier?
Yeah.
Being authentic, it attracts more people.
Yeah, I mean, and it's easier. You keep your passion for what you're doing. You stay motivated. You enjoy what you're doing, and you remain more positive toward whatever your goal is when you're authentic. You ain't gotta pretend to be this person. You ain't gotta pretend to do this. Mm-hmm. It is what it is. People will like you. Some people won't like you. Some it's just what it is. But also,
I just said this life regarding anything.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to get some people that like you and some people not going to like you, Yeah. Even taking negative comments. I mean, I'm the type of person, I take negative comments. Whether they comments or a person being negative or whatever, you learn, you take it as a learning experience. It's something good that you can take away from it. Whether you like, oh, I would never treat somebody like this. I think, that's a bad way to treat somebody. Or, hey, maybe this person's just having a bad day. Let me see how I can, the next person I meet like that, maybe I can, change their mood. Make their day better. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But I think I'm talking too much because my throat keep hurting.
Is that all that we want to talk about for this part? I think quality.
Yeah, also quality, and it's just not easy starting from scratch as a clothing brand or any type of thing.
Yeah.
Also, find somebody that really motivates you and that you can truly learn from, and like, for instance, I found it's been like over a year. I've been following Gary V. His advice is like, I don't know how a lot of you guys feel about Gary V, but I learned so much about from Gary V. I mean, his information it seemed authentic, it's genuine. He's just raw. He's just him. Mm-hmm. And if you a person that really likes somebody that just want to sit down and give you the ins and outs of just where you can stay authentic to yourself and enjoy what you do, I advise you to go and follow Gary V. He's real good, and I mean, he's a motivator of mine, and I look to him for, as a mentor as far as the business wise, business state. I mean, even personal. He's a great person from what I have seen on the internet, and I hope to meet him in person one day, and let him evaluate our business and see how we can take it to the next level.
You think he watch YouTube? You think he watch YouTube?
I don't know.
He might just come across this video.
I mean, I don't know, but I really like Gary Vee. I mean, I think he's worth, that's I put my coins on him, yeah. For real. And I would pay for him to analyze our business and see what we can improve and take it to the next level, Yeah. But yeah, basically, you got that's my take on the most of the ins and outs. I mean, of course, this video can be longer and longer and longer because we have so much that we can talk about the ins and outs and the cost. Oh, I know what we forgot to talk about, like heat presses. I know people tell you if you're starting a clothing brand, trust me, and you can vouch for this. You can vouch for this. Okay, so I told you when we first started, we started out with a Heat Press Nation heat press, right?
Yeah.
It was $359 and probably and some tax or whatever. But I mean, at that time it was a pretty good heat press. But over the period of time, we did research and we learned that was a better heat press. Stahl's, the Hottronics. Yeah, Hottronics, right?
Hottronics.
And we have like two of those, and then we have the hat heat press from the Hottronics line. Yeah. And then of course we have an embroidery machine. Mm-hmm. But when I say the Hottronics heat press is worth the money, it's totally different. The evenness of the press and the accurateness of it, just no cold spots. It's a great heat press. If you ever get in I get that most people don't have money to start out like that because, see, I work. And so, I was able to, my family was able to buy a better heat press, for the business because it was something we were serious about. So we wanted to make sure we had the best product, and we wanted our whatever we press to stay on, right? For many washes, right? But when people say just start, I get you just starting, but also when you using a heat press that doesn't measure up to quality, make sure you base your price off of that and not try to, do they say jip?
I say jip.
What's another word for jip? Where you take advantage of people of having high priced products, and the material you use as far as the transfer, the vinyl or the shirts. Come on, be reasonable. I mean, if you're honest, I think you receive the type of customers that's looking for that type of product. Just be honest. Hey, I don't this at this time. This is what I can afford. This is what I buy. This is the product I can offer my customers, but also offer it at a reasonable price. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Don't try to put something together that costs $5 and sell it for $50. Come on, let's be. I get we trying to make a living, but come on, we want to stay authentic and we want you want some true buyers. If you're passionate about what you do, you need to take it serious. People understand when you being honest and you providing them with whatever quality you can offer, and it backs up with the price. Come on. That's all I have to say. But I thank y'all for even just coming and just listening to All Grayed Out LLC. Mm-hmm. I don't know why I said LLC, but just coming, excuse me, just coming and I thank y'all for just coming out and just, hearing us and understanding that we're just trying, for one, the people to get to know us as a brand. And of course, I hope y'all get to meet the other family sooner or later. But and just understand that everything you see, take it like a grain of salt. Do your research. Don't believe half of what you see, and believe none of what you see and half of what you hear. Is that the saying? And check out our website, www.allgradeout.com. It'll be in the description box. If you want to check out and see what type of brand products we offer. We would love for you to be different and stand out, and just be yourself, enjoy yourself, love yourself. If you love yourself, everybody else will respect you and love you too. But it starts with yourself.
Yep.
My end, so?
You basically said everything. That's about it.
Like, be you at the end of the day. And you'll be so much happier. Stay authentic. See you later.
Good night. Woo. Well.
Might have to retake.